Have you ever wanted to have a better role-playing game experience? I'm going to tell you 4 ways our 6,000 plus players have found to enjoy their games a whole lot more. My name's Adam Scott. I'm the founder of RPG Club. Stick around. I know a lot of people who play Dungeons & Dragons and other tabletop role-playing games. And one of the biggest questions, or most frequent questions I get asked is, hey, how can I have more fun and get more out of my game? These 4 things our players have done over the last 4 years to really have a much better time. A lot of these things can start with the Dungeon Master, and it's important that people playing in the game are all on the same page. That's why we think session zeros are really important. Wait, you don't know what session 0 is? Let me tell you before we get into the tips. Session 0 is when everyone meets together ahead of time, maybe for 30 minutes or even for a full session, like 2 or 3 hours, and you all talk about the expectations about how you want to work together as a team. We really emphasize with RPG Club that D&D and tabletop role-playing games are a team activity, and so we try to emphasize that in our session zeros. Session 0 is a time for everyone to come together and have a conversation about what expectations you can have of one another. Also, during session zeros, many players like to create characters together to figure out how their team can work well to support one another. All right, on to the tips so that you can have a better role-playing game experience. Thing number 1, communication and collaboration. This is a game based on people and social interaction. Talking to one another and letting people know where you stand, what you want, and listening to what they want is really important. Remember, while you're playing a PC avatar that you move around in the game, what you're also doing is hanging out with people that are most likely either friends or soon to become friends. Talk to each other as human beings, be respectful, and listen to what other people have to say. For our players, that's worked really well to improve the quality of their games. Character development. I know it can be really tempting when you have a character to just take them and try to slay everything in the game. I mean, that's how many people get XP and loot and level up and all that awesome stuff, which is great. I love doing that, and I know many players that do as well. And if you are looking for a more rewarding role-playing experience, look to get into character a little bit. No, you don't have to do voices. You don't have to be an improv specialist. And what you can do is look at how your character's background story and motivations in the game world relates to other players and other characters. Because, and it ties back into thing number 1, this helps improve communication and collaboration, which you'll find out is so important in so many Dungeons & Dragons and tabletop role-playing games. Thing number 3, use your imagination. It is okay to try to put yourself out of your comfort zone with things your character might want to do or be interested in that are different from what you might want. That's one of the reasons so many people like role-playing and continue to do it for so long. It lets them, and me, and everyone else who's played, try out different things that you might not do in the real world. And that's okay, and it's super fun. So, you want to become some kind of pirate? Awesome. You want to join up with the local wizard college? Fantastic. Whatever you think might be fun, put yourself out there and give it a shot. The thousands of players who've played with us, while reticent at first because anxiety is real, hello, I get it, they have managed to put themselves out there and try something new in an imaginative way, and they've had a lot of fun doing it. Thing 4, respect and flexibility. This is one of the most important things, and it ties back into everything else we've talked about. Most importantly, this game, this Dungeons & Dragons role-playing experience, it's a social experience. It's a game about people. When we are together, it's important to treat one another well. We're not just characters, we're human beings. And we've noticed that our games, which tend to go very well, and many of them have gone on for 200 plus weeks with the same group, the people in the games recognize that we are people first and game players second. And so by treating one another with respect and dignity and understanding that everyone deserves that extended hand of support and encouragement helps make our games, and I think your games, a whole lot better. What do you think about this list? Let me know in the comments below what questions you have, or if you tried them in your games, how things went. My name's Adam Scott, head GM and founder of RPG Club. If you're interested in seeing what we do, we built a website to connect you with amazing professional GMs. So if you're an individual player or you're a group looking for a dungeon master, we can hook you up. The link is in my bio, and we'd love to work with you. Until next time, I'll see you then.